Good morning to you. This is Kakaaki Social. I'm Rena Obozeghie. Welcome. A former Niger Delta militant, Asari Dokubo, has raised a private army of about 300 men for the support of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, whatever support that is. In a viral video of him briefing the men, he is clear that they are out to take down anyone seeking the downfall of Tinubu.
We work for President Ahmed Bola Tinubu, and he will succeed. Anybody who is planning for him to fail, the person had already na turn by turn. Na jagaban turn. Turn by turn. I beg you, wait for your turn. Come on. Turn by turn. If you do anyhow, you say anyhow. You do anyhow, you say anyhow. You do anyhow, you say anyhow.
All right, some reactions now. KP says he called the Nigerian army oil thieves. He was filmed brandishing an AK-47 rifle and threatening to kill all Igbos. Live from State House, he spoke like the president de facto. Now Asari Dokubo has launched his private army, who will bail the cat. For Great Santos, he says, is it lawful for a citizen to have a private armed group? Does this mean that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is funding a private armed group outside Nigeria's security agencies? If this is not treason, what else is it? And Hit the Ground Running says, who would doubt that Asari Dokubo and his militia are the unknown gunmen in the southeast of Nigeria? Then just yesterday, the Nigerian army tweeted that they successfully raided some camps in Anambra State belonging to IPOB. So JC Kings is asking them in the comment section. He said troops cannot raid Asari Dokubo Camp Abi. Nigerian army used to be the greatest of all. What is really happening? Quite, I don't know, the height of threat right now. But we'll move away from that to say that a Boko Haram member and 3 others who are said to have attempted attacking former Vice President Atiku Abubakar have been arrested. The 29-year-old Jibrila Mohammed was arrested in Atiku's residence in Yola and has been handed over to the police for investigation. In an account of Mohammed that is shared with people from Atiku's camp that have been told to security operatives, in the next slide, he said that the suspect also informed the police that he and his colleagues, who were later arrested too, intended to attack organizations associated with Atiku Abubakar and some other sensitive locations in Yola. All 4 suspects have been handed over to military authorities. In reaction to this user says, with this assassination attempt on Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, it appears that we are back to the era of political assassinations. They want to repeat the tale of Funshaw Williams. This is condemnable and detestable. Olatunji says, this is very sensitive. I hope Atiku Abubakar can substantiate these claims with desist from action that can cause political unrest. Well, suggestively, Ugonaya says Peter Obi and Atiku Abubakar should, as a matter of urgency, beef up their securities this time, because these people can do anything and blame the unknown gunmen or IPOB or Eastern Security Network in the case of Obi and Boko Haram, and bandits in the case of Atiku. They should be security conscious now. And in a twist that is rather a wonder to many, the All Progressives Congress APC has in 2023 discovered a part of the law that forbids executive political officers from self-appointment after former President Muhammadu Buhari doubled as petroleum minister for his both terms. The APC has sued the governor of Osun State, Ademola Adeleke, from the PDP for choosing himself as the commissioner for works in his state. And this is what they are charging him with. It says a declaration that the appointment by the first defendant of himself as the Commissioner for Works for Ocean State, as announced on the 19th day of July 2023 by himself, is unconstitutional, invalid, null and void in view of sections 183 and 192 subsection 2 and subsection 5 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as altered. Obedient optician, in reaction to this, says hypocrisy at its peak. The same APC that supported the former President Buhari, who made himself the Minister of Petroleum for 8 good years. Alexander says, why I don't like this idea of a governor, president appointing himself minister. APC has no moral locus standing to challenge Adeleke for doing what they supported under Buhari. For CIA, he said, where were they when Buhari did same for Ministry of Petroleum? Well, because they are talking about the APC, we'll just leave it at that, because technically that is not, it's not only Buhari that has been in this class before. But we'll move away from that to say that the commencement of the 650,000 barrels per day Dangote refinery, which was commissioned by former President Buhari before leaving office, has been shifted for the 8th time. It will now begin operations in 2025, and the 20% stake owned by the NNPC Limited is expected to serve Nigeria's crude oil refining, but as it stands, the country will have to continue with importation. This has laid to rest speculations on the completion of the project. And the question on the internet now is why and what was the rush of commissioning by the previous administration for? So let's see some reactions, quite some visuals when it was commissioned this year earlier before Buhari left office during his last week in office. Shehu says they finally admitted that Dangote refinery will not work till 2025. But what did Buhari commission the other day? We joke too much in this country. When we are tired of suffering, we would wake up. For Tentawa, she wrote quite, should I say she? Okay, Nonso, maybe a man, made a long list of the activities or projects that Buhari had commissioned that were never in use almost immediately. And he says all the things commissioned by former president GMB is working. Why? Or is not working? And he says 1. Lagos Blue Rail, 2. Dangote Refinery, 3. Second Niger Bridge, 4. New Naira Note, 5. Nigerian Air, 6. Rice Pyramids, 7. Tucano Jet, 8. CMS electricity project. And he said what really happened in Buhari's administration. Also tweeting in that light is Okito, who says they try to find an achievement for Buhari. They want something to his name. The road Lagos-Ibadan could not be delivered in time. If not, he would have commissioned it as well. Production of oil is far from behind, but it's been commissioned. And he says wonderful. Lead guitarist says Dangote was just the befitting face of the scam. Government officials, NNPC Limited, DPR, NMDPRA, and Dangote are all in it. Let's see what happens if we're actually going to wait from now till 2025 to have what was commissioned by 2025, what was commissioned in 2023 to have it working. And I don't know, maybe one of the tweets was just right that we're looking for an achievement to tie to somebody's name, you know. And finally, a female staff of a core hotel and suite, Ngozi Mary, is being celebrated on social media for being truthful enough to return the $70,000 equivalent to 54,355,000 naira a guest left behind in the hotel. People like Peter Obi and many others have clapped for her honesty, and Afrobeat singer Davido on Monday delivered on his Sunday's promise to reward her sincerity with $10,000.
Thank you very much, Davido. God bless you. I got the money. It's rare.
Let's see the money, please.
It's so rare. Here's the money.
Did you count and confirm the money?
Thank you. Yes, it's $100,000. Sorry, $10,000.
That's 100 pieces of 100.
That's yes, 100 pieces.
Bills.
Yes.
Friend supporting friend. Hey, yeah. Get a friend like Philomena. Philomena.
So the other lady was the friend of the beneficiary now who made the video and shared it on the social media. Well, good morning, Adora.
Well, I hope she will not have to be share the money for sharing the video.
Right?
You
I
know?
think she will need a percentage. I remember this girl. Oh, what success? What's that her line again? Oh God, I don't remember. You go beat me, so you go tie. I don't know if you remember that young girl that made that thing. I remember there was a fight between herself and someone who made the video and shared when she was getting favor, and were like, "What's my percentage?" Me that made the video and shared it. But I think that these people are both grown, and I'm not expecting a fight from any sharing formula whatsoever.
Well, I think it's even good she even got a reward. Sometimes, you know,
Yeah.
people don't. I mean, you did a good deed, but she deserves her flowers, especially times are biting. So
Sure.
it was good to see she was rewarded. But on the matter of, you know, appointment of self as commissioner, I mean, if you look at the list of the things that were railed out, you know, against APC in terms of what they have done and nobody has found, you know, justice for, the issue of Nigerian Air is still very much, and again the Dangote story which you brought up,
Yeah.
you know, and saying that refinery will not work till when,
2025
and it has already been what?
commissioned.
Okay, so your guess is as good as many of the people who are online saying, if you can commission something that is yet to work, what do we do with the ones that are moribund? I don't know right now. It's quite sad. It's quite sad.
I don't know what the rush was for. You remember that it was same week they did the commissioning in Lagos, and then it came to Abuja to welcome the Ethiopian Air branded Nigeria Air, and they never showed the interior, and that was a problem, or that was something to talk about on the internet when they finally discovered that, as investigative journalist David actually said before time, that indeed it was just painted. It was painted Nigerian Air. We actually did not own it.
Now, some people say it was sticker. I don't know. All right, Rena, I'll let you go.
Whatever.
Thank you so much for that.